Kids Playground!
Hooray!
This is the Deron Harris Podcast. Here's your host, Deron Harris.
Yo, what up, folks? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Deron Harris, and this is my podcast. How you feeling? How's your mental health this week? Hopefully it was good. It is Mental Health Month after all, and I want to make sure that everybody listening is all right. So, what am I talking about today? Today is kind of a potluck because there's a lot of stuff going on that I really want to address, but I can't really put my finger on anything particular. But at the end, I promise that it is going to go someplace. So I'm going to start today by just going through all the things that I read this past week. You know, all the things that I've gone through or experienced or seen this past week. And one of the things that I got to say that is upsetting me a lot is the fact that the people over in Gaza are suffering, the people over in the Ukraine are suffering, but the people in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Sudan are really suffering. And it just is, I mean, it is continuously being overlooked by, man, just about everybody on the face of the fucking earth. And it's a little discouraging. It's a little disheartening to see some of the photos and read some of the stories from the people that are in that region of the world and the things that they have to go through. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not knocking what is going on in either of the other countries that are having turmoil at this time. I'm not at all. I'm not diminishing what they are going through. As a matter of fact, I got stuff to say about that as well. But I do want to say that it is extremely concerning to me that no one seems to take an interest in that part of the country. I mean, there are a few, but there really isn't, I mean, not part of the country, part of the world. There really isn't a lot of advocacy for it. There isn't a lot of support. There's still a bunch of destabilization. We know where it comes from. Can't fight against it. We know the reason that it's happening, and we know the reason that people are letting it happen. There's riches in the ground, and that's ultimately what it's about. They keep the region destabilized so that they can continue to pillage, so that we can all have computers and cell phones and microphones that I get to podcast over. It's a shame, and it doesn't need to be that way. The only reason it is that way is because the corporations and the people that are involved, the people of power that are involved, don't want to share the wealth with those people. They don't care at all, as long as their bottom line makes sense. As long as they continue to stay wealthy, why would they need to look down at these people that are suffering? So that's one thing that is bothering me. The other thing, like I said a moment ago, is what's going on over in the Ukraine and Russia. Russia has, I mean, they're going over, they're pulling up roads, they're rebuilding Russia in parts of the Ukraine, and it's very sad to watch. It's very sad to watch a country that is independent or has won its independence have to be subjected to this. I mean, I don't know anybody here that would like it if it happened on this soil. And most people won't sympathize because, let's face it, they don't care because it's not happening here. Simple as that. As long as they get to go out and jump in their Tesla and ride around and do the shit that, do the shit they want to do, it doesn't really matter who's suffering as long as we're not suffering. As long as I am not suffering. And that's the mentality of the people that's going on. It's starting to be disgusting. Another thing is what's going on with the war with Hamas and Israel. Now, I'm not advocating for Hamas at all, but I'm not condoning not one single word what Israel is doing. And I'm sorry, I have friends of Jewish descent. I have Israeli friends even, but I do not subscribe to this bullshit. It's bullshit. And let's just get that out and call it what it is. Like I said, a couple pockets. It's a land grab. You're just grabbing land because now there's officials, some sort of right-wing official over in Israel is now calling for settlements to be built in the destroyed regions of Gaza. Jewish settlements to be built. And that's exactly what they wanted in the first place, and that's why they continued. It's a land grab. And meanwhile, while they're doing this, the Palestinians are being encouraged to just leave. To just leave their homeland. To just leave. Relocate someplace else. And I think that is the tallest, most stank bunch of bullshit I've ever smelled. Just about. It's right up there. You know, you can't continue to claim victims while you're going out and just fucking killing people for nothing. And let's make no mistake about it. That's exactly what I think it is. It's because you want the land and you don't like these particular people. So why not? The rest of the world is on your side because I guarantee you, if we didn't back them up like we backed them up, if we didn't supply them with all the weapons that we supply them with, if we didn't back them up, like I said, do you think they would have done this? No. You think they would have, they may have retaliated, but it wouldn't be like, oh, we're just going to go ahead and press the fuck on. And the reason why is because they have our weapons. We have some of the most advanced weapons on the face of the earth. We really do. And guess who else has them? They do. And guess who they're using them against? The people who don't. And now, sorry, Mr. Biden, but, you know, I'm not really happy about it, but it looks like you're not going to be the president. And the reason why is because of what's going on over there. Your handling of both fronts in the war. And I got to tell you, man, if I were you, I would say, listen, I'm buttoning it up right now. I need to dial it back. And I understand that these people are our allies, but we have some serious turmoilistic shit happening here in the United States of motherfucking America. And nobody seems to be on top of it except for the people that we don't want to be in office. Everybody's too worried about what the fuck is happening with Kendrick and Drake. I mean, it's so fucking ridiculous here. We're so consumed by media and who's doing better than who and who's going to be the president and what's going on over here and this. It's so fucking dumb, man. And the thing about it is we're all going to pay the fucking price for it. We're going to pay the price for our ignorance. You don't believe me? Fucking watch. We're all going to be paying the price for our ignorance, for our complacency, because that's really what it is. I mean, you could talk to people till you're blue in the face about, hey, man, shit's going on. Hey, man, there's stuff happening in the world. Hey, man, people don't fucking really like us. Hey, man, till you're blue in the fucking face. And they don't really care. They don't care because it doesn't affect them. It's not affecting them immediately. It's not something that is tangible to them. But I tell you what, the first time a motherfucker launches a rocket over at this bitch, it'll open a bunch of eyes. It's going to open a bunch of eyes. For a second, eyes were open for 9/11, and for a second, the United States of America was united. But that fell a fucking part, and now here we are back again on some straight up divisive bullshit like we're fucking famous for. We're fucking famous for this shit. We're like fake unified. It's the fake United States of America. It's just states of America is what it is, because we're not fucking united. We sit up here and talk right wing and left wing and, you know, the alt-right and the radical left and all. Shut the fuck up. All of you. All of you. All of you. I'm so sick of politicians out here claiming to be the most righteous motherfuckers on the face of the earth while they steer us right into the depths of hell. And make no mistake about it, folks, that's exactly what the fuck they're doing. They're steering us into the depths of hell, and we are letting them do it. We're letting them do it. There's people. I mean, there's people just walking them right in. I saw. I saw. There's a lady. I forgot her. She's running. She's a Latina, and she's running for office. But she is on some alt-right shit hard, and she wants to deport. Brown people. She doesn't want any rights for black people. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy to sit here and watch somebody literally vote against your people and your own interest. It's just, it's saddening. It makes me sad that nobody wants to really unite. Don't be this, be this. Don't be that, be this. If you are those people, then you're terrible. If you're those people, then you're terrible. Well, I got a news for you. All these people that are terrible are all fucking Americans. We're all fighting each other for dumb shit because you don't like something that I'm wearing. So you don't want me to wear it so you don't have to look at it. How about this? Mind your fucking business first. How about that? Start with minding your business. Second, how about live your own life? Go out and live your life, man. Go out and be who you want to be. Be all you can fucking be. Don't bring your bullshit over here to me. Because that's what the fuck is happening. Everybody's inflicting their bullshit on everybody else. If you got some sort of anger, you're angry about something or perturbed about something or have some sort of discomfort about something, you all of a sudden feel it necessary to go over and assault people. Put your fucking hands on people because you're mad. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. And then you get mad when you get knocked the fuck out. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. Mind your fucking business. Live your fucking life. But that's right. We all live in a country that can't do it for itself. We're in everybody's business except for our own. We're all over the fucking road. We're all over the world. We're all over the world. In everybody's business except our own. And that's why right now what we're doing is playing fucking damage control. Hey, we're trying to stroke all these motherfuckers. And meanwhile, we got somebody right up and waiting to be the president because you know he's going to be the fucking president because the guy we got running now is incompetent. I'm just going to say it, incompetent. The president we have now is incompetent. And I know he means well. But he's not really doing a good job. He's actually losing his ass to someone who doesn't really give a shit about the majority of us. He's brainwashed so many of us. Watch. He may do some stuff for y'all, but he is ultimately doing it for him. And if you are not in his tax bracket, it's fuck you. You think this motherfucker is going to come rescue you out of your fucking trailer? No. But meanwhile, you get right on behind him, and we know it's not about his politics. We all know why it is. It's because of his character and who he is and what the fuck he stands for. We all know what he stands for. He stands for white supremacy. But we're okay with it. We're okay with it. Black and brown and Asian and Indian America is all okay with it. We're fine with it. Because we don't do anything about it. We don't unify and say, hey, listen, it's enough. Because I guarantee you, if we all got together, especially also with the Caucasian folks that really don't want this shit anyway, that don't want this shit to happen anyway, that want to fucking oppose this motherfucker anyway, if we got together with them, then there's no way that they could win or hold fucking any kind of office. But it's so much fucking corruption in politics. And that's why the whole fucking shit needs to be scrapped. It needs to be scrapped, but it never will be. It never will be. It's always going to be this way until somebody comes over here again and gives us another black eye like they did for 9/11. And the reason why it's so important to me is I was there. I was present for 9/11. I was standing right in Brooklyn, New York, watching the fucking buildings burn and watching these motherfuckers burn to the ground. I was right there watching the whole fucking shit. And it hurt the shit out of my soul. But at the same time, these motherfuckers, we're over there fucking with people. And people are over here fucking with us back. And we sit here and we fuck with people in the name of God in the name of being righteous and standing up for justice, but meanwhile we're fucking doing just the dirty shit as everybody else is. Only our shit is sanctioned by God. Shut the fuck up, man. I'm tired of that shit. I'm so fucking tired of it. Our country's so fucked up. We got a guy running for president that's on fucking trial for hush money because he didn't want to be found out that he fucked the porn star so he could be the president. But we're still making special concessions for him. But if it was me, I'd be in jail already. If it was anybody else, they'd be in jail already. It's bananas, man. It just, so much shit is going on here. So much shit is going on here. It's all over the fucking place. It's all over the fucking place. We got Kendrick and Drake, and people are just downright fighting in the fucking streets about that shit. And that's ridiculous. Because it's just two grown men name calling each other. If you don't like me, fine, dude. I don't give a fuck that you don't like me. I'm going to continue to make the music that I make, and you go ahead and you make the music that you make. That's cool. You make your music. I don't like you. It's hip-hop beef. It's black people beef. It's beef that's only in our community or that surrounds our music. That's it. There's no beef between fucking AC/DC and Aerosmith or fucking Shania Twain and fucking another famous country singer lady. I don't really know because I don't listen to a lot of country music stars, but still, they don't have fucking beef like that. It's just us. It's just us who create genres of shit so that we can fight and be disrespectful to each other. I was a battle rapper myself one time, and I was like, what the fuck am I battling for? I don't even know this motherfucker. To be talking about his moms and how little his dick is and all kind of fucking dumb shit, how I fucked this girl or how he fucked my girl. What the fuck is that? And we are riding that fucking shit. We are buying these fucking records, and we are making these motherfuckers more and more famous every motherfucking day. And it's getting old, man. We don't have anybody promoting anything positive for anybody's community. Nobody. You know who's promoting things positive for their community? White people. But the rest of us are out here fucking fighting for shit. I just saw another thing that really pissed me off. And it pissed me off because it just shows how quick we are in this country. How quick we are. There was a man. Now, I'm not saying what he did was right. This guy flashed a family, as a matter of fact, and the lady's husband got out and shot this motherfucker dead because he flashed this guy and his family and his kids. Now, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, he's a hero. He's a fucking hero. Really though? Is he? Because you know he's going to go to fucking jail. And even if he doesn't go to jail for murder, because that's what they've decided to start charging him with is murder. Even if they drop it to manslaughter, you still have to go to fucking jail. You're going to jail, man. Because you didn't think for 15 seconds that if I pull this fucking trigger, this is going to take me away from my family. And now your kids are probably more traumatized watching you have to, kill a motherfucker. It don't make no sense, y'all. We spiraling out of control. The whole shit is spiraling out of control. And I'm going back to the shit that I stood on before. I hope that there is a fucking meteorite rocketing towards this motherfucker to wake everybody up real fast. Wouldn't that stop the shit out of every war going, all right, there's a fucking 3-mile wide asteroid headed directly for Earth. Are you still fighting over some bullshit? Wouldn't that be the most awesome shit you ever heard in your life? But simultaneously the most tragic shit you ever heard in your life? Wouldn't it be? It would be. To me, it would be. Because, there's people all over the world talking the same shit I'm talking. Let's fucking stop this shit and start learning how to fucking coexist on a planet where we all have to be anyway. Simple as that. Stop letting motherfuckers dictate to us the way that society and the world needs to be. Fuck these rich people. Because they're just making the world for them. They're not making it. They don't intend for a lot of us to be here anymore. These motherfuckers are buying bunkers and shit because they know there's some impending bullshit coming, and we are all going to be the victims. And what's going to happen? Motherfuckers are going to stand out in the front yard and they're going to hold their hands up to fucking God, and nothing's going to fucking happen. And I'm dead serious. Nothing. And we're going to sit here and wonder, how the fuck did we let all this fucking shit happen? And it's quite simple. It's because we chose to focus in on Beyonce making country music as opposed to who's pulling the fucking levers around here. Who's mashing the buttons around here. And don't get me wrong, I think it's great that Beyonce made a country music album. But I think it's shitty that she has to suffer racial hatred towards a genre of music that black people created in the fucking first place. It's just racism, man. That's the thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I could deal with a lot of other shit in America. I really could deal with a lot of other shit in the United States of America. But you know what what is really hurting us? What has always hurt us and is still fucking hurting us, and we just don't read the signs. We just don't get it. Racism. Racism is killing everything. Everything. All around the world. It's racism. Do you get it, everybody? Obviously, you fucking don't, you bunch of fucking morons. It's racism that is destroying everything on the earth. People mad because you're a different color than they are and they don't understand you. It's stupid. I need to calm down for a few minutes. I'm going to take a really fast break and I'll be back. This is the Deron Harris Podcast. I'll be right back.
Now, back to the Deron Harris Podcast.
Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to the show. Sorry I had to bail out for a couple seconds because I was getting mad, man. I get mad at shit like this because I'm going to tell you what, we just sit here on some complacency and then we get mad when the shit just goes awry and we act like we could do some shit about it. We just don't because we're too worried about our own personal lives. Faces of fucking fentanyl, man. Faces of fentanyl. Something happened to me a few months ago, and I had 2 videos go fucking viral. It was the same video, but I had to cut it in half because it was a fucking long-ass ordeal where somebody strung the fuck out on drugs, tried to climb my fucking fence to my backyard. And it was one of the scariest things I ever went through in my fucking life. It was 8 o'clock in the morning, this fucking happened. And this is happening all over the place. These people are strung out everywhere. There's drugs coming from and what's the first thing? Oh, they're coming from across the border. Well, guess what? Motherfuckers make fentanyl here too. And I'll tell you what. Stop blaming them. Stop blaming them and start blaming your fucking selves. I'm going to tell you why. Start blaming your fucking selves because you're the weak motherfuckers who decide you want to fucking take the shit. If you didn't take this shit, there wouldn't be a fucking market for it. Now, would there be? And you know what it does. I'm sure a lot of you have had friends that have overdosed. All kinds of shit. And what do your dumbasses do? You go right back at that shit. You're a fucking dumbass. Okay? You're a dumbass. Calling you a dumbass. Wow, this is a really hot episode of the Deron Harris Podcast, folks. But I'm mad, man, because I'm sitting here, I'm watching this shit all over the place. I'm watching it on the news. I'm watching whole fucking families on the side of the fucking road in real time. Not even on the news, in real fucking time. Right around the corner from here. Whole fucking families trying to survive but can't because both parents is on some fucking fentanyl or fucking some sort of methamphetamine. It's wild business. But instead of helping people rehab, what do? We throw them in jail. Why? Because we make money on that. Right. So it don't fucking matter. We'll put your fucking kids in foster care because there's money in that also. We'll put your fucking ass in jail because you know there's money in that. And we're going to try and keep your ass in jail for as long as we can. There's no rehabilitation. We're just going to turn your ass loose and hope that you fuck it up again, which we know that you will, and you'll be right on back here. We'll be waiting on you because they always are. They always act like they're trying to help somebody, but really all they're doing is helping them fucking selves. They're not helping us. They're not helping us. We got to change, folks. We need to change out of this shit. We got to change out of this shit. We have to change away from it because it's just so much shit that's getting in the way of everybody's real happiness. It really is. So much shit getting in the way. I mean, you could have all the money in the world. all the fucking money in the world. You could have all the money, but if you're a fucking racist, there's a thorn in your side, and that thorn would be other fucking races of people. But if you got rid of that ideology, then there wouldn't be that thorn in your side, and you might actually turn out to be actually happy. Just a thought. It's just a thought. Just a little bit of a thought. I mean, other shit. Back to gun violence, and this is other parts of the world. This is another part of the world. There's somebody got shot. Assassination attempt. They tried to take this guy's life, man. They tried to take this guy's life right here on. And what are we doing? We're putting this shit right out on a fucking. It was the prime minister of Slovakia. Shot him right in the stomach, but he's expected to live. But damn, man. And then on top of that, I'm watching, I'm thumbing through social media, and I see, another guy arguing in a apartment hallway with a dude, and I seen the lady come out and try to get her husband, man. She tried to come get him, and he put her back in the house. And this guy pulled out a gun, shot him. Another guy tried to intervene, shot him several times, went back over and made sure that he shot that other guy, made sure he was gone, and then walked the fuck out of there like nothing happened. It's so quick to want to take life, man. Man, I swear sometimes humans can be the most disgusting creatures on the face of the earth. We are the most beautiful things and simultaneously the most heinous, disgusting, vile creatures to ever walk this earth. What a fucking paradox. I'm just distraught by it, man. People are so concerned with whether or not J-Lo and fucking Ben Affleck are going to fucking stay together. Oh, J-Lo and Ben Affleck, they might be splitting up. So fucking what? So what? My neighbor's having some issues with their family too, but you motherfuckers don't care about that, do you? Right. So why should we care if these motherfuckers are having personal problems at their fucking house? How about this? Like I said a little while ago, mind your fucking business. Worry about your shit. Stop worrying about J-Lo and Ben and whether or not they're still fucking. It's just, ugh. I don't know, folks. I don't have much. I used to think it was just America, but I don't have much hope for our planet. There's a few places. You ever notice that the places that seem like they have the happiest people, they don't have shit? I mean, they don't have a lot of shit. I mean, think about it. A lot of places like Costa Rica, Fiji, they don't have a lot of shit. They just have their people, their way of life, simple living, the beach. It's just us making it fucked up, folks. It's just us. It's us doing it to ourselves. It's just us doing it to ourselves. And the sad part is we know that we're doing it. We know that we're doing it. Right back to AI. Right on back to AI. We know what this shit could possibly turn into. But yet we are pedal to the fucking metal. I mean, really, AI could possibly be the end of human existence as we know it. Human life as we know it. Once it decides that it's smarter than we are and it doesn't need us, watch the fuck out. And it's not if, it's just a matter of when. And the reason why is because we got motherfuckers pedaling to the metal, and now we got machines that are just thinking we got robots that can build robots out of scrap pieces. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. People, yeah, this is great. Now we have more and more humanoid-looking robots. China is on some shit, man. They are on some shit. They're going to be having motherfuckers walking around here in society before too long. Watch what the fuck I'm telling you. But we just pedal to the metal, man. Making shit smarter than we are. What a dumb thing to do. Making some shit that's smarter than we are. What a dumb thing to do. And I'm telling you what, we really are going to need a motherfucker like Neo to come in and bend the fucking Matrix. because that's where we're headed. That's right where we're fucking headed. You know, everybody say hello to the T-1000. Watch what I tell you. They're already trying to figure out ways to implement AI to kill more people. What a fucking shame. Oh, man. I should keep talking. But I think I'm real mad and want to go hit a heavy bag someplace right now. I really am. So I think I'm gonna hang this up right here, because I could continue and go on and on and on about all this shit in the world. I could go on and on to the break of fucking dawn about all this shit going on in the world. But I'm gonna tell you what, like I said in the beginning, I'm gonna spin it all back around. Open your fucking eyes, folks. Open your eyes. Pay attention. All this stuff that we're doom scrolling and looking up and TikTok videoing and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, you know, I mean, everybody's got their social media, and I do social media also. I create content also. But I'm gonna tell you what, folks, pay attention for real. Pay attention for real. And I'm gonna tell you what, don't rely on one news source. Do not rely on one news source. Don't rely on one news source. And also, Americans, get your news from other places other than America, because they'll tell the truth. Other places tell the truth, especially places that don't have a fucking dog in the fight. Get your news from other places. See what people are actually saying about us for real, as opposed to what we're being told by our own media sources. All right? I want to thank my parents, man. I want to thank my parents. And today I really want to thank my dad. I'd like to thank my dad because my dad is a very analytical person. And we talk about some of this stuff from time to time. And it really kind of gets my brain going. You know, and I just want to, thank you, because it does make me feel alive. I want to thank my wife for being absolutely fabulous and letting me run all my ideas past her. I want to thank my producer, Jesse Yandel, for encouraging me and, being my producer. He's also my best friend. I want to thank Gentry Thomas for giving me the platform to do my podcast on. And I want to thank you all a lot, like a whole lot. I want to thank everybody who is listening to my podcast. And I usually have this old spiel about thanks to everybody for listening, but I really do. I want to thank y'all for listening to my podcast. If you're still listening, if you get to this part right here, you motherfuckers are the shit. You really are, and I love you all. So hopefully I'm giving y'all good content, something y'all could think about, something you can go and kind of get active about yourself. Get mad, man. Get mad about shit, because I'm going to tell you what, sometimes it takes getting angry to change shit. It really does. Sometimes that's what the fuck it takes. Don't be passive. Don't let these motherfuckers run all over us. One of the ways I'm trying to be active is I'm trying to be active right here on my podcast. Another way is my fucking social media, which they're already trying to silence me. They're already trying to suppress my shit. But that's fine. That's all right. Silence me. Suppress me. Don't give a fuck. I'm still going to put it up there. And you should too. So until next week, folks, I really thank you for tuning into my podcast. And I'll be back next week talking about some other shit. Thanks. Peace.
You've been listening to the Deron Harris Podcast. Subscribe to the show, give a good rating, and everything you need to know is at DeronHarris.com.